Good morning, everybody. I am hopefully going to look a lot better by the time we're done with our little live today. My hair is like all over the place, but I'm actually going to get my hair done this afternoon, so we'll kind of just brush it out and make it look manageable. But I wanted to do a little kind of like Galentine's, because I think Galentine's are way better than Valentine's, day get ready with me. So we're going to do like a little cute pinky focused look today. So I've already done all of my skincare. I've got my SPF on. My skincare's been done for about 25-30 minutes now. And so let's just like get started. I have a primer on already, so we're just going to kind of jump in with foundation. So the first product we're going to use today is this Vapor Beauty foundation brush. It's really nice size. The size is nice. I feel like it's great for travel. It's got a nice tapered handle with the metal here. And then this does feel like a nice densely packed synthetic brush that has a little bit of a angle to it. So I'm going to use this new Charlotte Tilbury foundation that everybody has been raving about. And I'm just going to like dot this on my face, and then I'll go in with the brush and see how it does. I do have like a fair amount of spots on my face at the moment in terms of like pimples and stuff for like healing acne marks. So I also got some redness. So I'm hoping that this brush will do a nice job. It's spreading it out really nicely. Like, look at that already. It matches my neck a lot better. And I feel like the coverage looks pretty good. It's super soft on my face, too. It's not scratchy at all. And so this brush is typically $46. There is a special deal during the live stream, so it is only $39.10. Makeup brushes are one of those things that I do think it makes a lot of sense to invest in, because it's not like it's something that you're going to use up. Chances are you'll have this until you decide to get rid of the brush. And so if you buy good quality brushes, probably have them forever. So I really like the Vapor Beauty brushes. I think I have a couple other ones as well. You can see how glowy this foundation product really is. I think using a brush does take a little longer, for sure. Actually, you know what? A sponge probably takes the longest, but sometimes using this as a smaller brush, I think it would be good to get it under the eyes and then some of the smaller areas of the face. But I think it's doing a really nice job smoothing everything out. I'm trying to look at my mirror behind here as well, too. I'm going to add a little bit more. Let's put it right on the brush for this area. Yeah, it does a good job, like, not soaking up the product, I will say. Let's get a little bit on our nose. I always like to work in very small amounts of product, because you kind of can't take it back. I mean, you could use a sponge, but the less product that you use off the bat, the more you can just kind of build it up where you want to build it up, versus having like too much makeup on your face. Okay, that looks good to me. I really like this brush. Super, super soft. I'm gonna add a tiny bit more here in this area of the face. And then if you have time, I always like to go over my foundation with a sponge, just to make sure there's no brush marks or anything hiding on my face. Okay. So I'm going to talk to you guys about this robe that I have on while I do the rest of my concealer. And maybe my eyebrows as well, too. I got something in my eye there. So this robe, it's from Casatex. I've had it for a couple of months now, I think. And it is so nice. It's nice because it's definitely like a really good like out of the shower, get ready kind of robe. It's made of Turkish cotton, and it's just like super nice and absorbent as well too. Like if I get out of the shower and I put on this robe and maybe I like forgot to dry off my back or something, it does a really nice job of like soaking up any extra liquid that might be on my body. It has really nice pockets as well too. I've got like little pockets right here, and it washes really, really easily. I always just toss it in the washing machine, like regular cycle, nothing crazy, and it just like comes out beautifully. Sometimes I even like wipe my makeup brushes off on it, to be honest with you. And so I'll have like makeup products in there, or I'll like squeeze out my beauty blender on it or something like that. And it does a really, really nice job. So I'm a big fan. It's typically $120, on sale during the live stream for $102. I think this is a great gift as well too. If you're looking for a gift for somebody in your life, this is a good option because it's not a gendered gift either. You can buy this for anybody, and I feel like they would appreciate it. Just like makes me feel like I have that little like spa moment at home. Just doing my brows really quick. I think the shade I have is actually a little dark, but we'll make it work. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have Valentine's Day plans or anything. I don't think my husband and I are going to do anything, but I do have some Galentine's Day plans. My friend, my BFF, organized for us to go to this cute little like cocktail thing called Flowers in the Library. And they have all these flower displays set up, which are just beautiful, along with like snacks and stuff. So we'll probably take some pictures and just like have a little cute little Galentine's Day moment. I love just like the concept of Galentine's Day because you could really like just like spend time with the people that you love and that whole thing, especially like recognizing like I love supporting my female relationships. So I think that's super cool. Okay, I'm going to toss just like a tiny, 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 tiny bit of powder on my forehead and under my eyes. Maybe on my chin. We're not done. So next we're going to go in with another Vapor Beauty product. And this is the Aura Multi-Stick. I have the shade Eros. And it's this beautiful, like, dark kind of mauvey color. It's really beautiful. And we're going to use this as a blush. So I'm actually just going to apply this to the back of my hand. And I'm going to use a sponge to apply it. It smells good. It kind of reminds me of, like, a Lip Smackers. That's what it smells like. Really gorgeous packaging as well. It's got this nice metal. This is a matte soft touch component. So let's take this on a sponge and just add some color back into the cheeks. And I do like to over blush because it'll fade pretty quickly. And I find I have a little bit more control over the product if I apply it to the back of my hand versus just applying it straight to my face. And I like to look a little bit sunburned, to be honest with you. I feel like a cute little sunburnt look really works for me, and so that's why I really like this shade. It kind of looks like I'm a little red, like I've been outside all day, which is not the case. It is winter, and I have been inside all day. Let's do a little bit more. So this guy is usually $36. It's only $30 during the live stream. They do have a few different shades as well too. So I do think they have a shade for like every skin tone. I think they had some deeper ones as well. And this is kind of a nice dewy finish, but this is a multi-stick, so you could use this not only on your cheeks, but also on your lips too, if you wanted to, which we might do at the end of the live stream. I also love it, like, goes back down really nicely. Sometimes when you twist up a product, it just, like, doesn't go where it's supposed to, and it makes me a little bit crazy. Okay, let's powder. And then we're going to get into the eyes, which is kind of be probably like the majority where we spend our time today. Oh, that's a blush brush. Don't want a blush brush right now. So I'm just going to like set down my under eyes, my eyes in general, the bottom of my cheeks. And then I might put a little bit on top of that multi-stick. And I might go over it with a powder later. But all around, like a super, like still a very, very glowy look. Okie doke. Let's go into the eyes now. So I'm going to just really quickly, every time I do my eyes, I like to put on a little bit of bronzer in the crease as like a little transition shade. So we're going to start there. Just because we're going to go in with like a very metallic rose gold shade. So we definitely want to have a little bit of transition. And the shade we're going to go in with this Dome Beauty product in a second here. But I'm just going to build this up first. Just to add like a little bit of dimension to the eyes. I'm going to keep this out so I can still use it. Okay, I'm going to use a different palette at the moment to add a little bit of darkness to the crease. So that we get a little bit of depth once we apply this metallic shade. There are so many cute pink eyeshadow palettes out there. Honestly, I probably have too many. And don't worry so much about like going over, like we'll clean up those edges. I'm not really concerned about it. Okay, so this is the Dome Beauty New Formula Eye Jewels. I have the shade Rose Gold. And it comes with this really cute little applicator I'm going to put on the back of my hand so you guys can see. Very, very beautiful, shiny, metallic finish. So we're going to apply that directly to the eye. And I'm going to start a little bit on the lighter side and then go in. I'm going to go in with like a little bit of a blending brush too. Blend the product out because I don't want it, it's a fairly thick product, so I don't want it to be thick on the eye. But it looks really beautiful once you've blended it out. You can see all that gold. Hello, Kirsty. You can see all that gold, rose gold glitter there versus this eye, which has none. I also think it does a really nice job kind of covering up my veins that I have here. All I did was put like 2 transition shades here and then thank you, this eye jewels. They have a few different shades too, which is awesome. And I like these because they're actually not, it's like, it's more of a metallic color than super, super glittery. And I'm definitely not like a huge girl for glitter. I prefer, I like glitter sometimes, but I think for like a day look, something a little more metallic works. Okay, so I went in and applied that directly. I'm going to go in with my blending brush now. It's so easy, like I really barely had to touch it. I would say this is definitely not a fast drying formula, which is great because it gives you time to really work with it. I think the price point on this one, $25 regularly, $21 during the live stream. I think it's very in line with other products. I believe Dome Beauty makes a lot of their products in Italy though. So for me, I'm like, I think that that means that, to me, I'm like, that seems like higher quality because they have to pay more money to have things made somewhere like Italy that often does a lot of baked blushes. and that type of thing. So I think that's gorgeous. I'm a really big fan. I am going to, and this is what it looks like on my hand dried down. It's just like so pretty. Let's like just pop in like a little tiny bit more bronzer in the crease to define it a little bit. Awesome. Okay, and then I'm just going to use a Q-tip to kind of like clean up the edge there. So let's just spray a little bit of a micellar water. And we'll just use that just to clean up because we are going to use a winged eyeliner in a second here. So pretty. And as I was saying earlier, you guys saw I put on a ton of blush, like a ton of blush, but a lot of it has already dissipated, so we'll go back in with that Vapor Beauty blush shortly, like when we're done, just to like add a little bit more. So our next step is going to be liquid eyeliner. I was looking at my brown liquid eyeliner, like dried up and dyed, and then I got this one, I want to say in December here on Verishop, and it is so good. This is the Wonder 2 Super Stay Liquid Eyeliner. This shade is chocolate, glazed chocolate, so it's got like this nice, like, little bit of a, kind of a gold reflect to it. And I usually am not a fan of eyeliners that have a felt tip, but this one is so easy and it just carries so much product. You do want to give it a good shake first. But such a good deal too, $13.50 during the live stream, $15 regularly. I think that's a really nice like midpoint between a luxury eyeliner, which can be $30, $35, or a drugstore eyeliner, which can be like $5 or $6, which I think tend to like dry out really fast. So there's a ton of product on here. I'm going to go ahead and wipe some of it off. And I'm going to start lining my eye, and then we'll do the wing at the end. And I like brown because it's not quite as harsh as black can be. I like to get both eyes lined before I do the wing, so let's do the other side. And I just like to use this kind of like a stamp. I used to spend hours watching YouTube videos trying to figure out how to do winged eyeliner, and I feel like it finally paid off. Okay, eyes are lined. I do have one hooded eye, like this eye is hooded, this one is not, so it definitely makes it a little bit more difficult when doing eyeliner, but my best tip would be just to not, don't pull on the eye. When you have winged eyeliner, just try to let it be relaxed. The tip on this makes it so easy to do a fine liner too. There we go. And then I want to connect it to my eye fully. And honestly, like, it never has to be perfect. You guys, like, just practice, do what you can. Some days I do my eyeliner and they end up with wings like out to here because I'm like, oh my god, these are not even. Drives me absolutely crazy. And I think that's how we're going to do eyeliner today. We'll kind of leave it. That one's definitely a little... No, I actually think they might be pretty similar in length. You can always go in with a Q-tip as well and just clean it up. Whoops. Grab that. And I'm just gonna like again spray like a little bit. This is like MAC Fix Plus, just like a nice makeup spray. And you can just go in. I like to twirl the Q-tip as I push it along the skin, kind of clean it up a little bit. This is also a waterproof eyeliner from what I remember when I was doing some research on it, and I can confirm it stays on all day long. I've yet to cry in it, but I'm a big fan. It's really, really nice. Okay, last step before we kind of reblush, we'll do our hair, and then I have a couple of beauty product, jewelry products I want to show you guys, is this Wonder 2 extension mascara. I thought I had already taken the packaging off this guy, but apparently not. I have super long nails, so like packaging is always like very, very difficult for me to take off. Like, you know, when you're opening a new, like a powder, and you have to like grip that little tab. I can't do it. I actually was at the gas station the other day, and I couldn't get my card out of the gas pump because my nails were too long. I like managed to like grasp at it for a couple seconds, and I got it out. So I didn't. My husband went inside to get like food, so I didn't have to ask for help. Thank goodness. But I was like, oh my goodness, it just made me absolutely crazy. If I could give like brands feedback, it would be that I would love for them to like order their own product and then try to open it. Because a lot of times, like, I think secure packaging is awesome, but it's like really difficult sometimes to get packaging off, and it makes me crazy. This guy I've been going out with okay, got it off. So this is a lash extension and curl mascara. In my mind, that means this is going to be a tubing mascara. And I do really like, I did some research, I like the wand. Those big, big, big plastically wands, I'm really not a fan of. So I like that this is a little bit of a smaller wand with shorter bristles. And so the goal of this is length and curl. Not so much volume, which is what you would see with like a much bigger wand. And this is the black. They did have other colors as well too, but I went with the black. Okay, so I'm going to do one coat on this eye, and I'm going to do this eye last so you guys can kind of see the difference. Definitely a little bit of a drier formula, which there's nothing wrong with that. Let's get some more product on the brush and apply. I'm always like checking myself to try and make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, I like this. It's very dry formula, which is nice. It means it's not going to transfer onto your lash line or your lid. So this lash has no mascara. And then this has one coat. I'm going to look up so you guys can see. And then down. I think that's really nice just for like one coat. I'm going to give it a second to dry. I'll do my bottom lashes. I think a dry mascara is great for bottom lashes because you really don't want them to get too wet. Otherwise, you're going to have like panda eyes from it transferring. Okay, let's do another coat. Usually with lengthening and curling mascaras, you can't build up the product too much, unlike with like volumizing mascaras. So I think that looks nice. I have been using a lash serum for a couple months now, so I definitely think that that's helping my lashes as well. Okay, let's do this side. You do have to be kind of careful with that eyeliner we used as well because it is waterproof if you get it on your lashes, you will feel it when you're trying to put on mascara. It won't be quite as like smooth. Yeah, I really like that. It's like nice, simple. I will say this eye does not have as good of lashes as this eye, just in general with like my body chemistry, but you know, we make it work. I think it's hard when we live in a world where so many people have lash extensions or fake eyelashes. It's hard to kind of tell the difference. So let's finish up with that blush that we applied earlier. We're going to apply a little bit more of that blush, which is this Vapor Beauty Multi-Stick. And then this is the shade Eros. And like I did before, I'm going to put this in the back of my hand. Oh, I forgot I put that rose gold. Put this in the back of my hand. It totally smells like a lip smacker. So like that's exactly what it reminds me of. Like takes me back to my childhood, I feel like. Okay, and I'm actually going to put a little bit of that on my lips as well too, since it is the multi-stick product that you can use multiple places. I would say this has like a soft matte finish if you were to compare it to like a lipstick. Okay, so we're done with the makeup. Let's kind of tackle this hair really quickly. I rave about this brush. You guys, this Cortex Beauty brush. I ditched all my other brushes after I got this because it's amazing. Yes, Kylie, I know it's so good. And so I actually have hair extensions. I'm going to get my hair extensions like moved up today. So my hair's a little greasy, don't judge me. But it just glides through my hair with such ease. Like I usually grab the end, and I have not brushed my hair yet today, you guys. And it just does such a nice job. It never pulls. It's so good. If you have extensions, this is also a great brush because I find that it doesn't get caught on them at all. Like it just glides over any big knots that you might have in your hair. So like comparatively, it was so fast. And I have a ton of hair right now. You can see how much smoother this side looks. For $30, like regularly, $25 during a live stream, this is like one of my absolute favorite products. And I like to kind of brush. I like to separate my hair into two sections, do a little bit of brushing from the root, and then I'll go down to the end of the hair. And work kind of this way. That way you're not like applying too much tension. And I have some more knots here, but it does a really nice job of working through them. It's also made from recycled materials, which I think is really great. I'm a big proponent of clean beauty and sustainable beauty and trying to be as impactful as we can in our daily lives with trying to be better for the planet. So I think that's super cool. And also, this brush is so easy to clean as well. I don't know how often you guys pull hair out of your makeup brushes, your hair brushes, but because I have extensions, I have to do it pretty often because there's just so much hair. And it's so easy. You can literally just like pull it out, toss it in the trash. It's like just so easy to clean. So definitely a big favorite for me on that one. Gorgeous. I know my hair looks kind of greasy, but I'm going to get it washed today, so I'm not going to do it. Now, the last two products we're going to talk about are going to be jewelry. I'm not going to put on earrings because I am going to get my hair done and I don't want to like put them at risk. But this ring showed up yesterday. This is from Awe Inspired, and it's the Athena Signet ring. I love Awe Inspired so much, you guys. They're such a great company and brand. I work with them on Instagram all the time. And you do get, looks like about 25% or 12-ish%, 10%. I don't do math, guys. $205 regular, $174 for for the ring on Verishop. They also have a ton of their other products. I actually have a whole collection of my favorite awe-inspired products on my page if you want to go see more. But what awe-inspired is all about is they have these women who have historically been considered goddesses, and they like to do deep dives about them. There's a super cool quiz you can do that'll tell you like what goddess you align most closely with. But what I love is they focus on those women who have traditionally been viewed historically through the eyes of men in like a totally different lens. And they're all about female empowerment and donating to charity. And they're just like one of my all-time favorite brands. So highly recommend checking them out. This is Gold Vermeil. And their products are really, really great quality as well too. So I'm a big fan. My goddess that I align with is Athena. So that's why I got this one. One more ring set we're going to put on. This one is definitely a little bit more affordable. This is from Sterling Forever, and this is the Carter stacking ring set. So for $75 regularly, $63.75 during the live stream, you do get 2. And so what you get here is the first ring has this gorgeous little gem here. And then the second one kind of exists to go with it. Now you can wear these together or separately. I kind of like to wear them separately, to be honest, because I'll usually wear more rings than this, and I feel like this does a nice job by itself, whereas this guy I'll probably put on this hand and have it, well, that kind of covers up my tattoo then. That's okay though. It looks really nice here. So I'm a big fan of rings. I usually wear a couple more than this, but we're gonna keep it low-key today. And Sterling Forever has a bunch of great accessories as well too, and some other really great stacking rings. So if you're looking for something more affordable, highly recommend giving them a look as well too. But I look around, I think we've gone through everything, which is exciting. So I thank you guys for joining me today. I will have another live stream up this month, probably 1 or 2, to talk about some other products that I got. I just got this really cool pair of tights off Verishop, so I'm going to talk about these next time I'm on, do a little bit more of like a fashion live stream. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Give me a follow here on Verishop. Would love to connect with you on Instagram. Otherwise, thank you guys for joining. Love you. Bye.